What's up, guys? Welcome back to the weekly scraps, the MMA Rush Hour.
An MMA Rush Hour. There we go.
That is so
Wagwan,
funny.
Aljo.
Rush Hour. I'm black. Steve's Korean, not Chinese. But yeah. Makes sense.
That's like a movie reference.
Oh, you don't know Rush Hour?
See, I was thinking you were making a joke about how Asians can't drive. That's where my brain went. Like in Rush Hour.
Wow, crazy.
Steve, you gonna take that? Steve's
That's
a pretty
what I
safe
was-
driver.
I think
And
this
honestly,
is,
I'm a
this is the
shit
time
driver.
to discuss what we were here to discuss, Aljo. Now that we've got cornered.
Steve is a pretty good driver, though. I will give him that.
Thank you, Aljo.
I just got a brand new Toyota Tacoma and it's already all fucked up.
But he does drive like a
that's
grandma.
That's crazy.
But safe.
Someone in his community has to drive. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we debating this thing or not?
No. All right, let's start over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You ever watched the Family Guy episode?
Yo.
You have to clip this. The Family Guy episode.
Honestly, delete this part of the clip. All right, we're starting the episode now.
Wait,
I'm
no.
just saying,
The Family
the
Guy
amount of
episode.
Jew jokes I get from you guys, I should be able to make an Asian joke or a Jamaican joke.
I don't
Not
make any
from you,
Jew jokes,
Steve.
people. That's
Not
terrible.
from you, but from everybody else in the Longo crew, I get them all the time. So
What?
But this Family Guy episode was great. Peter Griffin goes, "I'll be as untouched as the left signal from a Chinese
like a Chinese woman making a 3-lane. Yeah.
And then she goes, she's driving. She goes, "Okay, everybody, I make left turn now. Everybody, good luck." And then she turns
And then
left.
just fucking, and then everyone crashes behind her.
Everyone crashes
Wait.
behind her, but she made it safe.
Is this gonna be in the show?
That was pretty fucked up.
This is crazy.
Maybe.
All
It was
if that's
funny,
the
though.
case. We got Aljo. I thought you were hanging out with the Nelk boys. What happened?
I was hanging out with the Noke boys. Not
right,
all of them,
all
just
right.
Kyle. Just Kyle was out
All
here.
right, fine.
And his video crew, and there's another guy who's actually pretty athletic. I was really, really impressed. Strong dude, and Marab put them through a workout. So I pull up on the block, gotta spin the block real quick, make sure everything is safe, make sure everything's on the up and up. So I get here, spin the block real quick, whoop, pull in. I see these guys outside working out. I pull up, I just go skirt. What up though? It's Marab and the Nelk boys. I didn't know it was Kyle. I was like, "Oh, you putting these boys through a workout?" He's like, "Yeah, you already know what it is, my boy. I'm out here grinding with these boys, putting these guys through the ringer real quick." And I was like, "I bet. Let me go park it up real quick. I'm gonna be right back." You heard? So
Is that
parked
how
it up
Marab
real quick.
talks?
Yeah, I parked it up real quick, came back, and Marab was like, "Yo, what's good, my boy? No Diddy, I love you." I was like, "Marab, no Diddy, I love you too, my boy. Thank you for everything that you do for these streets." And then finished watching, put the guys through a workout. They were pushing the sled up and down the block. Yeah, that's a long block to be pushing a sled, and it was like 90 pounds.
The whole thing? They did the whole block?
They did the whole straight way, all the way down, all the way back. I was impressed. I was
That's
pretty
gangster,
impressed.
actually.
They were
That's
dying.
gangster.
They were dying, though. I was kind of laughing about it, but I was like, I don't even know why you guys are doing this. I would never.
I don't even think
do that.
Marab ever does that.
Yeah,
in
he
his
did it though.
workouts.
He did it.
Like all the way down? I don't
Yeah.
think he's doing that.
He did it.
Wait,
He did it for that.
Yeah.
Aren't the Nelk boys in kind of trouble for something?
All right. We're gonna move on now.
Oh, they're in trouble right now.
Wait, Aljo, you just beat Brian Ortega.
Wait, hold on. They invited me to come out to the Apex to go watch the Contender Series fight. And you know what I said? I'm going to pull up.
What'd you say?
But then I remembered I had to do the show.
Which show?
The weekly scraps.
Scraps. Damn it.
I don't know if, can you guys see this?
Yeah, it looks like a fat lady's kinkle.
A little swollen. What happened there, Aljo?
So I got my MRI back. Grade 2 tear in my tricep. But they said strain. So as he's reading the report, he goes, "Yeah, grade 2 strain." So I'm like, I'm relaxed, I'm chilling. I'm like, "Oh, it's nothing." I'm like, "Yes, it's just a strain. It'll be back, no problem." I was like, "That's not like a tear or anything." And he's like, "Yo, my boy." Ryan goes, "My boy, a strain is a tear. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Wait, I thought it was two different things." But yeah, I got a partial tear in my bicep tendon. My tricep tendon, sorry. The thing is still a balloon. But yeah, man, it's just like, you guys can't really see it, because I'm black, but if you're
No, I
up
can see
close,
it.
you can see the discoloration in my freaking arm. It sucks.
Yeah, no, it's pretty noticeable.
I can't tell. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah.
It also just looks swollen. Like,
And it's still swollen as fuck. That flight didn't
yeah.
help.
Did it hurt? Or is it? It still hurts now.
Yeah, when I got the MRI, just trying to lay on the bed, because they want you to do like the Superman pose, and I'm trying to lay down. I'm like, yo, bro, I can't. This is way too painful. And then I had to restart it twice. And then the third time, I was like, I'm just going to do the Superman. Just get me an extra pillow that I could put underneath my chest and my ribs to kind of prop me up and take off some of the pressure from my arm laying flat on the bed. And that actually worked. So after 3 attempts, we finally got the MRI done.
They do that at the PI.
No. I went to a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, went to the doctor, got that done. So I'm a little bit saddened by that because obviously the momentum riding a wave right now, and then that happens, and I'm thinking maybe I could be back and ready to compete by December, which I still think I can. Just depends on how fast this heals. It'd be nice if we could use BPC 157, which is not a PED, but for some reason it's banned. So stupid.
I just started taking that.
It's really good for the body. Apparently, we create it in our body, but we can't take it because
I just started taking it.
It's not regulated.
Because these runs I'm doing, my knees started to hurt, but it's like it helped a lot. Like 2 doses of it, my runs were way less painful. So
Yeah, I hear nothing but good things from people that have taken it. I don't want to say a miracle drug, but they say it's like if you're not doing stem cells, it's like the next best thing. So,
nah, it's definitely.
Wait, how was China, Aljo?
China was cool. I got the apps to work this time. I figured out how to use Astro, the VPN, because last time I had Nord wasn't working. I changed every different country to see who accepts China. Who does China accept, I should say. And none of the Nord VPN countries were working. I'm like, this is just terrible. I thought Nord was like one of the best VPNs, but it wasn't working. I got Astro. Astro worked for me, so I was finally able to use Instagram. But then when I needed to use like a Didi ride, which is an Uber for them, I'm like, yeah, can you call the Didi? It's so funny to hear people say that. I'm like, this Didi thing is just weird. But you have to turn the VPN off so that the app actually registers where you're at and everything. So it took some navigating, but all in all, we had a good time. We didn't get to do as much as we did the last time, where we went to U Garden and I forget that skyscraper place. We go into the Bund. I think the Fellas or Goodfellas restaurant, which was really nice. Da Vitario, really good restaurant, high end, super high end. But all in all, cool trip. The fans were great, crazy, and especially when you don't understand what they're saying and they're just grabbing you to shoving a camera in your face. It could be a little overwhelming, but all in all, the Chinese fans were cool.
And can you break down like the whole weight situation? Like what happened like on your end? Like what was that like?
So I had 2 pounds to go in the morning of weigh-ins Friday.
So you were already 140, like 148.
148, pretty much 148 exact. So I'm in the blanket, killing myself again, and probably half an hour later I check, I had about half a pound left. We're in the blanket again. We're like 10 minutes in. Tiki walks in. He walks in with Hunter.
Oh, your manager.
with Mick. And then they explained the whole situation. Brian's getting taken to the hospital right now. Stop cutting weight. What's your weight at? I told him what my weight was. I was like, yeah, I'm basically on. Like 10 more minutes, probably 10 more minutes, maybe 15. And that half a pound would have been gone. So I do all that, and they're like, yeah, just to keep like the weight discrepancy from being too far apart, because sometimes, what was it, the Donald Cerrone fight in New York when he was supposed to fight Robbie Lawler or something, the weight was like too far apart for him to take the short notice fight with him or whatever it was, and they scrapped the fight. So for this, they're like, yo, let's make sure like you hydrate up. He's going to get some IVs right now. And I think this is like the first time in history this has ever happened. And of course, it happens to me. The one guy who always has these weird, odd things happening in his fights. TJ Dillashaw, one arm. I get illegally kneed in the head. I win the belt by disqualification. I always have some type of tomfoolery that happens for my fights.
I always say, to be fair, like tomfoolery and chaos just follows Aljo wherever he goes. So it really only makes sense that in the octagon, it's no different. In and out of the octagon, no different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying too, though. Like, so you have half a pound left. They tell you it's not happening. Like, did they ever tell you like, hey, like the fight's off?
They said we don't know if the fight's happening, but you will fight, or worst case, you'll still get your show and your win. They said regardless, I was gonna get my show and my win, even if the fight was canceled, and if it was a change of opponent, they were guaranteeing me show and win money. Yeah, it was chaotic. Can you imagine being dehydrated and waking up super early to go finish the weight cut so you could be one of the first on the scale, and then having all this happen, and you're just kind of sitting there looking at these guys in their eyes, and I'm just blinking, and I'm like, this doesn't. This is just. How does this happen to me all the time?
My question was, why couldn't they just make it? I mean, again, it's not like it's just picking whatever, but like, why didn't they just make it 155? That'd be cool. You know, you got to fight at bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight. You know, it's just a cool thing for your cool accolade for you. I was like, well, catch weight 153. I'm like, just make it 155. It'll be cooler for the guy.
Well, I mean, I feel like I got 3 wins in 3 different divisions: 30 bantamweight, featherweight, and now 153. The super lightweight division.
You're actually technically, Rishi was saying this. You're actually you're like a 3-weight world champion now. You're the 153 world champion.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I've never heard that. Just like they made it a catch weight at 153. Like even if it was like 150, you know, it's a reasonable number. I just never heard 153. I was like, 153, just make it 155 at that point.
Well,
Who gives a shit?
I put all that weight back on in the time that he went to the hospital, and I was waiting before I stepped on the scale. We put on pretty much the same exact amount of weight. I guess he got like 2 bags of IV. He came back. He still looked like death. But the only thing that doesn't surprise me is like he's looked like that in multiple occasions on the scale, and he comes out and he still puts on a dog fight all the time, and sometimes he wins. So I know some people were like trying to discredit the win, saying like you couldn't even finish a half dead Brian Ortega, and I'm like, which one of these guys have finished a Brian Ortega half dead? None of these guys. He's got 1 doctor stoppage in his entire career. Like, the guy's a dog, you know?
Yeah.
He might have taken the first 2 rounds off, but I do think he was playing the long game, trying to get me tired, to exert a lot of energy in the very beginning. Like, even when I was shooting, like feinting and touching the leg, he didn't react at all. He was just literally waiting for me to take the single so he could look for his guillotine. And I didn't take the bait. But yeah, that whole weight cut thing was a mess. I just couldn't wait to start drinking, though. I was like, it is what it is. You guarantee me my show and my win. I don't give a fuck what happens. I can fight free. I can have fun. There's no pressure on me. And then I was like, obviously, I still want to fight Brian because it makes the most sense. And I would like to get a win over a fight that means something, you know?
Yeah, over a top 5 guy.
Yeah. You know, and even with him being top 5, how is he ranked lower than Yair? After he beat Yair, finished him.
He finished Yair, and then Yair beat Pitbull.
I know it was last year though, but still, like, you beat Pitbull, who wasn't ranked.
Well, look. First of all, the rankings. We really can't nitpick the rankings too much. It's, in my opinion, absolute garbage and nonsense. Again, this is your show, so I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But the rankings make no sense at all. Like,
I think
Yair, you know why Yair's number 3? Because they were going to give Yair the title shot. So whatever closest number he can get to number 1, they can justify. Oh, he's the number 3 ranked guy in the division. Yeah, of course we're going to give him the title shot. Like, even though it makes absolute no sense. Like, why was he ranked number 3? Because it's convenient for him, because he can be pushed to a title shot at that point. You know, like, yeah. It is what it is. But just the rankings are garbage anyways. But you're ranked number 5, so yay.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Yair, but I mean, take whatever they give you, right? But it's just, yeah. I was just thinking about it when I saw the rankings come out. I was like, I didn't even know the guy who was in the top 5 was someone that Brian had actually beaten. So I was like, kind of confused by it. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy I'm in the top 5 now. I wish I didn't have to fight Brian, but it's just one of those things coming up from a different weight class. You know, we were super cool and everything, and I know it was a little awkward for both of us, but hopefully there's no love lost. I heard one of his interviews was saying, like, you know, we've hung out and whatever. You know, it's not something that he's grown up doing, like, fighting his boys and things like that. But I'm like, yo, at this point in both of our careers, like, we have to fight somebody. If we don't fight each other, we're gonna have to fight down the rankings or fight one of these prospects who are on like a 5 or 6 fight win streak. So you want to fight a no-name guy? You want to fight a guy that actually has done something in the sport? It's a bigger fight, and if you win, it gives you more credit for him, and for me to win, it gives me more credit as well. So I thought this was the best matchup that they could have possibly made outside of me and maybe Diego Lopez. But yeah, I'm glad he was able to compete, and trust me, that half-dead guy on the scale, that guy was a legitimate tough. Like, I hit this guy a lot. Like, bro, I don't know what else I could have done other than just sit there and swing in the pocket and point to the ground like Max Holloway. Like, there was, I hit him with a spinning back tricep, and and I paid for it.
Did you plan on fighting with that style? Because I feel like, it's a lot different than most of your other dominant performances. Like, you dominated him completely pretty much on the feet.
Yeah. Steve, you've watched a lot of the sparring. We've had a lot of footage where most of the sparring was on the feet as well. And it's kind of the same idea. It's like, I didn't want to have a false sense of security shooting and taking guys down. And a few of them caught me in the guillotines, like the threat of it. I've been able to escape. But just even having that in the back of my mind, I was like, I just don't want to give him any opportunity. What's the best path to victory is, yeah, he's got cleaner, technical, better striking, like boxing.
Mechanics.
But for me, like, I'm so unorthodox. Like, you can't really, like, people that say I can't strike, I'm like, I don't know if you've actually watched me fight. Because clearly I could strike. Otherwise, these guys would just walk me down and beat me up. But it doesn't happen. So
Well, just going even off what you just said there, like, I was just talking to Longo about it just before this, and it's like, no, that just looked like a lot of your past sparring sessions, like keeping on the feet, like picking your shots, and like even when people like break down striking, they always just break it down like good or bad. I'm like, okay, how's this guy's footwork? How's this guy's feinting? How's this guy's ability to cut off the cage? Like, I don't know if I don't want to again like attack anybody, but like Herb Dean telling you in the 5th round, like, oh, you got to fucking get him. Like, tell the other guy to learn how to cut somebody off. How about that? Like, don't fucking attack the other guy. Like, you're hitting, again, like, if the goal of fighting is to hit and not get hit, you fucking did great in that, Like, you were the one moving, you were the one poking, like, it's on the other guy. It's the same thing, again, like, we were talking about the Khamzat-Duplessis fight. To me, it's like, yeah, it's on Duplessis. Like, he's got to go. Like, you've got to at least attempt to stand up. You got to attempt to, you got to do something. If the other guy can blanket you, if the other guy can hit and move on you the entire time, that's on you.
Herb Dean. He did the same bullshit with Merab's fight with O'Malley the first time too. Was constantly telling him to work in positions where I'm like, yeah, he's striking while you're telling him to work. I'm like, what else do you want the guy to do? And I understand the rule set is supposed to say you're supposed to be working towards a finish. But does that mean you're supposed to be any type of position where you're standing in the clinch on the ground? We're not robots. We have gas tanks. There's a time limit. There's a threshold. This isn't a 1-minute bar fight where you're looking for the finish so you can get out of there right away. You're in a 15 or 25-minute fight. So you got to give the guy an opportunity to work. And especially when a guy gets hurt and he actually uses his brain to go, okay, I'm not in a good place. This fight can get stopped if he manages to connect one more good shot. So what is the path right here that I should probably use? Oh, your feet still work, so move your feet and let this guy chase you, and hopefully you could get a takedown off of it or clinch him up like they do in boxing when they get hurt. So
he did hurt you, or
no, bro? He rocked my shit, bro. He tagged me right on my.
God damn it, Aljo.
He tagged me right on the chin, bro. I got no problem saying that.
We couldn't tell, like, when we were watching it, we couldn't tell if you were just tired or if he hit you with something clean and you were, like, getting out of it.
I engaged with him the whole beginning of the 5th round until he cracked me in that one exchange. I don't know if I was going to the body or if I was throwing an uppercut. He tagged me in between my punches, and it was just the perfect timing because he was coming forward. He knew he needed a finish, so he's coming forward. So I'm still using my matador, just still jabbing him, sliding my feet, jabbing him. I'm like, he's going to walk into something, and I'm going to eventually level change and take his ass down. But at that point, my tricep is already fried from the spinning back elbow at the end of the third round. And in between rounds, you can see me shake it out. You can see the guys working on it. And I tell the guys, like, yo, I can't feel my arm. Like, my arm is dead. And that's when I started working on it.
This guy was laughing in that third round.
Yeah, I was like laughing about it, but then I realized like, oh shit, no. I really can't use my arm. This is actually not a good place to be in right now. I'm up 3 rounds. This guy knows he needs a finish. He's going to be coming to attack me right now. And that's exactly what he did. But in round 5, he managed to land a good shot. So I'm like, cut me a little slack. Like, the guy never quit. He never gave up. He put me in a tough spot. And I did the best I could knowing my situation. Like, yo, what am I supposed to do, Herb? Roll over, sit in the pocket, point to the ground, and swing with one arm? Like, just help me understand what your job is as a referee. Like, you're watching the fight. This guy can't cut me off. You watch me get cracked. You're in the cage with me. You saw me get cracked, and you're telling me I gotta engage. I don't understand. And when I hit him in the eye, okay, we reconvened after he had his timeout. That should have possibly been a TKO.
100%. 100%.
It's a legal shot. He stopped the fight. That could have been a TKO right there. If you're telling me you can't see. Okay, not a TKO. We continue to fight. But as we continue to fight, the last like 40 seconds, he's on his bike circling. And I'm trying to cut him off. I'm faking, cutting him off. And then he's circling back the other way. I'm like, yo, you literally just did the same thing. Herb didn't say shit to him. So, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they have either bets in and call it defaming or whatever. It was just egregious for him to do that, in my personal opinion. Dude, it was like 20 seconds of footwork, if that. I think it might have actually been 10 when I watched the tape and I checked. I was like, yo, from when he cracked me and I started circling and still throwing strikes when I could.
100%.
I don't know. It's just I wonder if they have bets in, or if it's just, or they feel like they need to make the fight more exciting. Like, the guy is hurt, you got to engage because this is an opportunity for the fans to get more excited. I'm like, let the guy earn it. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not one of those guys who get rocked and they tell the guy to come in and then they get knocked out. That's just like, we've seen that happen how many times? Like, that's not me. I'm not that guy. I am not that guy. I'll tell you that straight up. I think people watch me fight and they know I'm smart enough to not do something that stupid. I don't know. But, yeah, thanks, Herb Dean, for having me fight 2 people in the 5th round. But
oh, man, I like this. All right, if we're attacking refs, also Mark Goddard kind of sucks in my opinion.
Yo, Mark Goddard and Dean, these guys are praised as the gold standard. And
crazy.
I'm telling you, it feels like, even when Herb Dean came in the back room, he's like, I'm going to be your ref. And he's like, you got any questions for me? He didn't even want to go over the rules meeting. He came in the back and just goes, hey, you guys got any questions for me? Anything at all? Any questions? Nothing? And I was just like, well, it seemed like you just want to leave. I didn't say that to him, but it seemed like he just wanted to say that I'm your ref, that's it, shake your hands, and then go. I'm like, well, what rules are we using? And then he tells us the rules, the unified rules. A knee has to be down for you to be considered down or sitting on your butt. And then that was pretty much it. And I'm just like, he just seems checked out.
100%. Look, respectfully, I think both those guys have sucked for the last decade, but
I wouldn't say decade. I think the decade's unfair, but I will say they have made a lot of questionable calls in high-profile fights, and I think it's time for these commissions to give some of these other guys a chance, because some of these guys are a lot more consistent in their refereeing. Even Herzog, he's made some bad calls, but I don't think it's anywhere near as often as these guys, or questionable refereeing telling guys that they need to do X, Y, and Z because to their pleasure is not enough. It's just like, yo, look, you're being super judgmental and you're trying to sway the decision-making of the fighter in real time by actively involving yourself. For what? Why are you involving yourself because the other guy can't do anything else?
As a referee,
I don't know. That's just, I think that's an honest assessment, and I don't think there's anything unfair. I don't think it's being biased to my fight style. I've seen guys legitimately turn their back and run.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I got hurt. I got on my bike. My wherewithals, my eyes still on my opponent, still showing that I'm still intelligently defending myself. I don't know. I can't make anything out. I can't make heads or tails of it. But yeah.
No, I like what you said about Herzog. Again, like I think, look, as a ref,
Even Mark Smith. Mark Smith is a great
Mark
ref.
Smith, no, I agree with that. Well, I would just say, as a ref, you want the least amount of visibility as possible. Like, I don't want to know you as a ref. Like, I want you to not be that, like, why the hell are any of these guys doing pictures and podcasts and signings? Like, brother, you're a referee. Like, in any other sport, I don't want to see that. Like, I want you to be as low-key as possible. Do your job, and it's a great job. You're the closest to the action, but, like, do your job. Don't be involved. Like, you're not a part of the fight. Like, I hate when Goddard's telling people, like, telling them off. Like, I want one of these fighters one day to be like, Goddard, I'm about to fight you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, don't talk to other fighters like that.
Goddard, every time they say his name and they show him right before the fight, he's, like, smiling and, like, doing one of these, like, waving to the crowd and shit.
No, it just makes it too much about you. Like, this is like about weird. Them,
I think he has a podcast or something.
Crazy.
It's weird. Like, you shouldn't.
I don't know.
The position for that.
They're human, so I don't want to demonize them too much. But at the same time, the fact that people know you more than some of the fighters, it's kind of weird. And I don't think, like Steve said, I don't think you should be putting yourself on a pedestal as the referee. Like, I don't know any other sports that have this, the head ref or the sideline ref that are out taking photographs and almost like they have their own clout and popularity. But these guys, they get it's weird. It's a little weird, and if they can't understand that, it's a little weird that they're almost making themselves bigger than the fights, the individual fights themselves. Then they need to look in the mirror and do some self-reflection. Because I'm like, there should be no reasoning why you feel like you're bigger than the sport almost. Because that's how it kind of comes off to me. And we're human. You could make a bad judgment call. It happens. You're making these decisions in real time. You don't ever see these guys own up to their mistakes or say, like, I could have done something better. I don't hear it. You never hear it. They're always right. Always fucking right. And that's what pisses me off. I'm like, you're going to sit here and tell me as fighters, we make mistakes and we can own our mistakes and point out where we've messed up. But you as a referee who make all these calls, never once said, yeah, I had a bad night today. I made a bad call. Like even the Robbie Lawler thing. And then he goes, you're a hell of a ref. I applauded Robbie for doing that, but I was also like, Robbie, he fucked you, bro. And a simple 100%. Thing of just checking, he could have done that, but instead, it's all about me, and I got to make sure I made the stoppage because guess what? I made the call because I know what's best. Versus,
and again, he went on Rogan shortly after that, being like, no, look, I still think I made the right call. Again, like, and just real quick, I know you just said, like, no one ever corrects themselves. I've seen Jason Herzog, again, on Twitter and stuff like that, or X, whatever you call it now. Like, he's definitely been like, hey, I fucked up on that one. Again, like, I just appreciate the level of honesty. Yeah, just any level of honesty. Just like, hey, like, I'm human. I fuck up. Like, that I can understand. But if you pretend to be this infallible referee that just can never get it wrong, no good.
I'm sure if you and I ref, we'd probably make mistakes.
100%. I would. It's a thankless job. I don't want to do it. I do get that.
If it comes down to a submission like the Robbie Lawler incident, I would rather be dead sure that the guy is out versus just taking a guess and jumping in, pulling off, and then doubling down and saying, I still think I made the right call. How? Based on the guy jumping right up. If you, Herb Dean, as a former fighter, have been put to sleep before, have put anyone to sleep before, have trained, you don't know how to check for a submission? I mean, what are we talking about? Like, I don't think I think it's pretty black and white. Unless the guy is stuck against the cage and you can't get over to see him, but you can easily grab the guy's arm, feel for life, and make a decision versus just jumping in and not actually properly checking. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Look, and just going on what you're saying there too, like, as a competitor, like, is like Herb Dean's as a competitor, like, he should know, like, if you're Robbie Lawler in that situation, like, you'd be furious. Like, you'd be sick to your stomach that fight ended that way. The fact that, again, Robbie Lawler has the class to be able to, like, hey, like, you're good, like, insane. Because I'm telling, like, most guys in that situation, I think, justifiably could have snapped. And, like, Herb should be able to understand that too.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, my question is, just moving gears a little bit, did you expect the fight to be as one-sided as it was, because what was it, unanimous 50-45?
Yeah, 50-45 across the board.
Aside from the one shot he landed at the end, that
he landed some good
him.
shots. I mean, I even posted the photos because I'm not the guy who just posts only glory shots. Like there are moments in fights where the other guy kind of got the better of you or got a good shot in, and I think it's more humanizing to show like, hey man, you're not gonna always be the hammer. Like sometimes you get caught, sometimes things happen, and I think that's the beauty of the sport, being able to showcase those type of things, and that's why I do stuff like that, because I don't want people to look at me or people get the false sense of me pretending to be this guy who's like untouchable and I did all this. I'm like, no, there was some back and forth moments in that fight. Did I think it was going to be as one-sided? No, I thought the striking would have been a lot more competitive. He had a really good jab. He did a good job every time I was going to the body, countering. But I think all in all, my speed was a big factor. We knew the jab was going to be a huge weapon. We've been drilling the jab nonstop on the pads. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1s. Moving your feet, working the jab with the low kick. And yeah, I thought Mateus did a really good job working with me, and the sparring partners that I got, even being able to just drill it with them. I think a lot of the stuff that we worked on, we were able to do. So that's a win 100%. For me. You always feel like shit even if you win and the performance was bad, but to win and knowing that we did a lot of the things that we worked on, that makes me feel a lot better about the work that I'm putting in still, and that I'm still growing and showing growth from fight to fight. I thought that was the calmest I've ever felt next to the Cater fight. And even against Mosar, I feel like that was like, with the Mosar fight, it was a little bit of the unknown, like how is this grappling really going to go? And then once I started dumping him on his head, I was kind of like, oh, this is literally cakewalk. Like I out-grappled him in every aspect of the sport other than the few reversals that he had, one in the third round, which ultimately decided that round. And then the one, I think he got 2 in round 2, but everything was off of my takedowns. But I thought that was the calmest I felt, dialed in, focused on the game plan, and actually remembered it the whole time. And yeah, I felt, I don't know. I felt like I was on point, and it was going to be a really hard guy to beat. And I didn't really get to use my wrestling as much as I wanted to, but thankfully we got to show a little bit of grappling at the end. Not much, though, because we didn't really get to work passing and things like that, because Brian just started punching me in my face. I was like, you're being that guy right now, just swinging bolos from your back right now.
Honestly, some of those look pretty hard, man.
Bro,
I was like, holy shit.
He cracked me a couple times with those.
Yeah, there was one or two. I was like,
fists.
Aljo, please, no, come on.
I thought I was about to get Kevin Holland real quick. I was like, yo, hold on. Nico Price, Kevin Holland. I was like, this guy's not about to try to knock me out and get a submission from strikes off of his back. So then I just like, you know what? Screw it. If you're not doing jiu-jitsu, I'm just going to ground the pound. I do wish in hindsight I stood up and got height over him. But I thought we were going to still do jiu-jitsu, but then after I realized we were just punching each other, I'm like, what am I doing? Stand up and ground and pound him if he wants to sit there, and maybe I would have gotten some bigger shots, because I did crack him a couple good times off the top position too, where it kind of looked like he went limp for a second. And then one of them where I hit him when he went to all fours. And yeah, I thought all in all, great performance. There were some combination sequences that I felt like I could have done better, where I whiffed a little bit on my punches, and I was like, damn, that played out a lot better in my head when I was going to go for that. But
were you going to go for the wheel kick? I thought you were. I swear to God, I thought there was like one moment you kind of showed the back. I was like, all right, he's not.
Yeah, it was either that or the spinning back kick, but I was trying to get a read on him and seeing what he was going to do. I probably could have just let it go and see what would have happened.
I thought you were just going to let it go. Come on.
But
aside from that, I mean, look, even just what you're saying, like based off the sparring and everything, you always show like the jab, perfect. You landed the overhand over his jab a couple times. The kick, I mean, kind of what Longo was saying. It was exactly what you do in the sparring. Like you kind of were able to implement that perfectly in the fight. Again, Ortega's tough, so like he just ate everything you threw at him. But still, great fight, I thought.
Yeah, Ortega is not washed. Anyone saying he's washed, just don't watch him fight. Just because he's losing doesn't mean he's washed. I think there's a clear difference between losing a fight. Diego Lopez, who hits like a truck, dropped him twice and couldn't finish him in a 3-round fight. Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yair's ranked number 3. Ortega has a sub over him.
Yeah, after being dropped, looked like he was going to get finished, comes back.
Yep.
The guy
also after a weird situation with his ankle, like where he does like the jump and his ankle looks like it pops out of the socket, whatever, and then
he rolled it. He rolled it in the beginning of the fight.
He rolled it, yeah, like in the warm up or whatever, like right before the fight.
No, he in the cage. He jumped up and he rolled his ankle against Yair. So
and then again, still gets it done.
Like, where's he washed? I don't know. You could say, like, I think it's more so trying to, how do you say it? Devalue my win versus trying to give me props. I think my real fans and the real MMA fans know that it was a great performance against a really tough and durable dude. Like, I'm not worried about those guys. But some of these other guys, I wonder if they're brain dead. Because I'm just like, just please help me understand, like, where you're getting this information from. Because I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Look, I think I swear to God, I talk about this too. Like, I don't know what time it is in China, but I'm looking, it's like 2 days before Aljo's fight. Like, he's responding to people on Instagram and Twitter. I'm like, this guy is actually out of his mind. Like, he's actually, like, responding to these motherfuckers. Like, it was just ridiculous. I can't remember what the guy was saying. Like, Ortega's absolutely, like, sucks. Like, he shouldn't pick in this fight. I don't remember exactly, but you were responding to everybody. I'm like, how is this guy, like, I just think Aljo actually sees all this shit.
I'm a unicorn.
I think you actually watch, dude. I'm telling you, like, I don't know how you do it.
Aljo just loves to get on Twitter and engage.
Bro, he just engaged with, like, but like a guy, 0 followers. Aljo will be like, all right, I'm responding. I'm like, what? Like, I wouldn't even like look at that.
Can I ask, why do people get so bothered when people respond to people on social media? Like, I get people that always tell me, like, why do you waste your time responding? I'm like, well, I'm on social media and I felt like responding. And I don't think it's, like, taking anything from me. If I was getting, like, actually riled up and annoyed and, like, pissed.
Well, it's not even that. I just think it's not good for anybody to be looking through social media that much. And that's not just you, it's just anybody. I just feel like it can't be good for you to see. Because I'm saying, like, you're looking at a guy with 0 followers, just no picture, nothing. Like, who could this person be? Like, I don't know. Like, would you engage with that person in real life?
I mean, if they said something to me in real life, yeah, I would.
No way. They would never say it to you in real life. How many people have ever, like, actually said something to you in real life? Like, I feel like...
I think I've had one guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but online, you probably millions. I don't know. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you deal with all that? You're gonna deal with every single person online? That's crazy.
I mean, he just gets entertainment out of it.
If you can get entertainment out of it, that's fine.
Yeah, and there's that, and it also gets people talking. So it's like good. It's good. I can see the bad, but I would understand I would say it's more bad if it was actually, like, affecting me and making me crazy or do stupid stuff in my fights and things like that. But yeah, I don't. At least I don't look into it too much. But I do get both sides. I feel like it's fun to engage, and sometimes I actually convert the haters into actual fans, and I just tell them welcome to the dark side. So, how about Johnny Walker though?
Dude, come on.
I got more questions for you, bro.
Okay, all right.
Shit.
So you called for the title shot.
Get yourself some Funk Harbor right now. FunkHarborSpirits.com.
In my opinion, I think you're completely justified in calling for that, especially after that performance.
Okay, so here's my case.
And it seems like it's some people agree with you, some people don't agree with you. So I'm just curious what you think of the reaction to it.
I think it's fair for some of the fans to be on both sides of the fence with me getting the next shot at Volkanovski, and I get both sides. Lerone Murphy had a highlight reel KO over a guy with no name in the UFC and no name in Bellator in regards to accolades. In terms of hype and attention and all that, he beat a guy that a lot of people do know of. So I'm not trying to shit on Pico by any means, but I'm stating the facts. He hasn't done anything in the sport. He hasn't done anything in the UFC. And you get an undefeated guy, Lerone Murphy, who gets a very viral knockout. It was sick. I do believe he should be top 5. If I didn't beat Brian Ortega the way that I did, I would say it should probably be him. But now that I've beaten a guy who twice fought for the belt, gave Volkanovski a world of trouble in the sense of 2 really close submission attempts. Volk was still pretty much comfortably winning the fight outside of that, so I want to make sure I say that. I think it's kind of hard to deny me going 5 rounds, the circumstances with the weight, and then on top of that, a clean sweep over someone who that really doesn't happen to, like, ever. So this guy was ranked. He's credible. He's done the work. I beat a guy who's credible and done the work. Lerone Murphy beat a guy in a spectacular fashion, but he also beat someone that you're kind of like, well, who did he beat? And I think when you break it down like that, it just depends on how you want to look at it. It's not like Lerone Murphy's this finisher guy who goes out there and is getting finishes every single fight. I can understand that, but that's not the case here, Just one fight ago, they hated him over how he fought Josh Emmett, who 100%. Arguably you have to fight like that unless you're Ilya Topuria. You know what I mean? So with that being said,
basically when you break it down, you basically beat a guy with an unranked UFC guy who wasn't that great at Bellator.
Yeah, and I'm saying he was mid-level in Bellator. He wasn't
he was never a Bellator champion. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, where was the hype really coming from?
Did he ever fight for the belt, Steve? No. I don't think he ever fought for the belt in Bellator either.
No, the hype was coming from his
wrestling.
His wrestling. Like even before
the hype he had before Bellator carried over into the hype entering the UFC after a mediocre Bellator career.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to call it a mediocre Bellator
he had injuries though, so I will give him that.
He had injuries, and I will say his wins were spectacular. I don't want to. Gonzalez fought Aaron Pico in Hawaii, and when we talked to him, super respectful. Seemed like a very classy guy. I want to make that pretty clear. But I think
Aaron Pico's a really nice dude. He's a genuine.
Seems like a nice dude. But I think there's nothing Aljo said that was incorrect. He wasn't. No, you can tell he had some technical deficiencies. But no, I don't want to attack the guy. But I just think.
And he's super talented. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not bashing the guy.
The wins he had in Bellator, again, spectacular. Vicious knockouts. But again, those were against matchups where he was supposed to win. Now, to beat the Ronin against Lerone Murphy, who was a legit top 5 featherweight, that's a real fight. That's if you can't put him out like he was trying to do in the first minute or two, then that's a very tough matchup.
Yeah, he has a very dangerous style, though, Pico. I will say that.
100%.
On any given day, he could beat a lot of guys with that style
100%.
because if he catches you early, that could be it. But that style is also the reason why he's been knocked out a couple of times.
Yes, absolutely. He fights like his chin is iron, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's just not. I love that style. It's a spectacular and very fun style, but that's not a style you can do unless you have an iron chin and can see all those shots coming. I just feel like he's not. Doesn't have that kind of awareness really, but
and Jake, when you clip this, don't make me look like a complete douche.
Yeah, honestly, if we're gonna clip anything from this episode, we gotta clip the weight cutting thing. And
I know what to clip.
Oh man! All right. Also, real quick, Aljo, how do you trained with Volkanovski when you were in Thailand or Bali? But how do you see that Thailand? How do you see that matchup going? Not to reveal too much.
I think Volk and I are both very smart, intelligent fighters. Volk will obviously use his long jab. I think we got the same reach. I'm a little bit taller. I would say, and I think he would admit that my grappling overall is a bit better. He's very heavy on top, so in a fight like that, I would rather not play jiu-jitsu off my back because I know it's not the easiest to get up from underneath him. Can I do some stuff? Yeah, but I'm not Brian Ortega, so I'm not going to be looking to be on my back. And with that said, I know he has a really good inside leg kick that he utilizes on everybody. It's jab, inside low kick, nice 1-2. We had some really fun sparring matches. I was trying to be Diego Lopez. He cracked me in my nose and busted it up pretty good. It was busted for the rest of the Thailand trip. and we laughed about it. And I told him, I was like, after the first round, I was like, can I go back to being Aljamain Sterling? He started laughing. He was like, yeah, of course, brother. Crack on. Do whatever you want, mate. He just appreciates the help. So all in all, it was good training. And of course, he knew I still had aspirations of wanting to become a champ still. And there was no ego involved. He was a great, genuine guy to work out with. And we both got to pick each other's brain. I even asked him about his loss to Poirier, obviously comparing it to my fight with O'Malley and the quick turnaround, and just asking him how he felt in comparison to mine and whatnot, and like what was his worst KO like situation, because I told him my situation where I had vertigo after the Zabit sparring session that I had when I got dropped. You know, I wasn't even out. I just got dropped bad, and I was banged up, like really fucked up for maybe like I want to say like 2 weeks, and that's not fun. I thought my career was probably over. So we got to just share knowledge and technique and things like that. So it was fun, you know. But here we are. You know, I managed to get myself in the top 5. I don't know. I just feel like there's something to be said about two guys who've done so much in their division. It just makes sense for this fight. I think our fight just sells more than Lerone Murphy versus Volkanovski. I think I've just done more in the sport than Lerone. And I'm not saying Lerone won't and can't be that guy. I just think right now, I just think our matchup just makes more sense. You know, I think Volk's probably fighting one more time and then he's going to retire. You know, so why not fight someone with a name versus someone, I don't know. I think they're all going to be tough fights for him stylistically, because Lerone's like me. We both use really good footwork. He's more of a kickboxer. He's got good spinning back kicks, good jab, a good right hand. Yeah, he's tough. You've seen him weather the storm with Edson Barbosa. You've seen him weather the storm with Pico now. So all in all, just a really fun matchups for Volkanovski, no matter who he picks. And of course, we got Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva to throw their name in the hat also, which is coming up in a few weeks. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the UFC decides to do and who Volkanovski decides to fight. He also DM'd me. He said, I'm going to throw your name in the hat for a potential challenger. And I said, cool, man. He told me congrats. This is Volkanovski and I talking on Instagram. And yeah, Volk's dope, man. You know, the same thing for me. Like if I want to fight someone, I want to fight a name that means something just based on everything I've done. That was my 22nd UFC fight. What's Lerone Murphy got? 6? Maybe 7? I don't know. Like, you tell me who's got more of a name value. You could say my style's not the most exciting. There's something you could say that, but you can't tell me that people don't know who I am versus Lerone Murphy. And Lerone Murphy will get there. I think he's still a tough dude. The hardcore MMA fans know who he is. I know who he is. And he definitely got a crazy knockout in that last one. But again, who did he knock out versus who did I just beat? You know, so I think I have a very good chance of getting it. Hopefully this arm heals up in a week or two, and then I could get back to training, you know, just do the PT, heal up the tear, and then help Merab for his title defense, and maybe I get an opportunity in December.
All right, let's go. All right, Jake, clip that. By the way, we're not talking about the fights tonight because those fights aren't until next weekend.
Oh, shit. All right.
I didn't know that.
September 6th,
Steve wants to bounce.
Well, I mean, look, someone's got to pay attention. You know, I was like, wait a minute, fights this weekend.
Can we give Johnny Walker his flowers, man?
Oh, no, 100%. Look, honestly, Johnny Walker completely ruined my parlay, respectfully, which was awesome for him.
My man said, who don't have chin? Who don't have chin?
Honestly, to be fair, though, when he faked the glove touch, shot the takedown, pulled him into mount, I thought easy money. I'm like, this is going to be the easiest parlay. Like, Aljo got it done. Charles Johnson, mad respect to Charles Johnson, he got it done for me. I was like, all right, all you got to do, I can't remember the Chinese guy's name, but all you got to do, Chinese man, is knock this man out and you win the parlay for me. This would have been nice. And this man in China, couldn't get it done. I'm sorry. Like, this guy killed me. Johnny Walker, much respect. He got it done.
How much was your parlay for?
It was like, it wasn't much, but it was just like, come on, that was the last leg of it. Like, Charles Johnson was a good underdog. I got you right before the whole weight debacle. Actually, I got you during the weight debacle, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get the odds while they're still like juicy enough for me to take it. And then Jing Mei Lao, whatever, the Chinese guy, I thought for sure. I was like, all right, like he's beating Johnny Walker, like. But no,
I didn't know you guys bet on me. So
I mean, look, I'm not. I never tell people I'm betting on them. I never tell people I'm betting on them.
Yeah, I had right before the fight. I was like, "What are the odds?"
But Aljo, if it makes you feel better, it doesn't matter. I didn't do a straight bet. I only put you in the parlay. And again, Johnny Walker had to show up for some reason. Couldn't fucking pulled him into mount. And I'm like, there's no way we're losing this fight. Like, we got this. Like, 5 seconds in, shoots like the Kamzat double and pulls him right into mount against the cage. I'm like, fight's over. Like, this man's gonna punch him. This man, Aljo, just tore his tricep again. All right.
Oh, the shit hurts.
You should have done the wheel kick. I thought you had that. All right.
But yo,
top
5 in the world, baby. Top five.
That's gangster. 2 divisions.
2 divisions, baby. Who'd have
You
thought?
conquered. That's fucking crazy, bro.
I should have beat Mozart.
That's fucking crazy.
This motherfucker goes, I should beat Mozart. I thought, no, honestly, rewatching that, you beat Mozart. This is some trash.
I had people commenting he outlanded him by 100 significant strikes. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
We were talking about that. Bro, we gotta start doing these counts, like strike counts again.
Strike.
Now we gotta, cause like honestly, the Kamzat fight even too, like they said he did like something over 500 strikes. I'm gonna watch that back and actually count those. I'm like 500.
Well, they're counting when he had him in crucifix. Like
I guess, but I'm like 500's a lot, dude. What are you doing? Would you stop? What is that?
What?
I think 500 even seems egregious.
Wait,
like,
Jake, can you check this? Did Henry Cejudo just get arrested in Miami?
I can check this.
I just got a tweet.
Breaking news.
No way.
There's no way that just happened.
Doing what, bro? Come on.
That's what I'm
Henry's
saying.
not
Like,
about that.
Henry doesn't seem like that guy. Like that's
No, you motherfucker. Nah, it's from the Show Money the Money podcast. It's just a random little person getting arrested.
Oh my god.
Aljo, come on now.
Yo, that's the second time today Aljo's been bamboozled on
This
Twitter.
guy.
I didn't see the post. It's on my phone. I didn't
He
get
just
to check.
reads the headline. He reads the headline.
No, I
That's what he
saw a
does,
tweet.
people.
It was a bumper on my phone that came up and said Henry Cejudo was arrested in Miami. I was like, wait, what just
in
happened?
Miami, Florida. That's terrible.
crazy.
How are they gonna do Henry Cejudo like that?
That's pretty wild.
There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, and the thing with Raja Jackson.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's a sore subject because it's like, if you have a kid, what do you do?
no. Look, I get it. It just sucks because, like, look, if you're in Rampage, if you're Rampage Jackson, you're in a no-win situation. You can't. That sucks. But
What was he thinking?
Dude, what was he thinking? What are you doing, brother? Like, why? What was that?
Premeditated.
Nah, look, you're gonna.
Has he never watched movies and films before to know like that is the ultimate nail in the
basically
coffin?
live streamed it. He live streamed the whole thing. So like, you have your own video evidence of the whole situation. Like, brother, this is
just the low IQ people weeding themselves out of public life. This is actually,
Now,
he's
what
doing
was
us
that?
a favor by getting himself out of here,
But
but
he's
like-
not. He's doesn't come off like a dumb kid. So it's just like,
Well, now he does.
no, now he definitely does. But it's like, come
No,
on,
it just
bro.
sucks. Cause like, look, it's you probably that's just that's a waste. Like a young life. Just that sucks. It's a waste of talent.
They haven't said what they're going to do with him yet, right?
I mean, yeah.
I don't. Was he even arrested?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, again, this could mean nothing, because MMA Guru, he tweeted his theory that was like, this was all a publicity stunt that was planned. None of it was real.
Bro, those punches were real.
Because the guy.
I watched the pro wrestling. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know if he's in jail. First of all, I don't know if he's in jail or not. But like,
I could be.
even if it was a work, like they set that up, there's no way that guy was expecting those punches at that ferocity for that amount of time. Like he was out. Dude, did you read that? Like he's fucking, his teeth are broken, his jaws, like, yeah, he was not expecting that. Like, dude, that sucks. Like, that sucks. Again, horrendous for that guy. I'm gonna expect it to be tragic for the other kid. It's just a shitty situation, man. That sucks.
How is that? How can that possibly be a work?
Impossible. Like,
And
that
this
was
is
too
my
vicious.
thing with MMA Guru. He pisses me off sometimes. It's like, how? In what way do those punches look like a work?
All right, wait. While we're on that topic, you got to talk to Demetrius Johnson for me. Like, he's got fucking these Instagram clowns on the show, like Death Sentence and MMA Guru. Can he just stop? Can he just fucking, bro? You're supposed to be the goat of this. Can you fucking stop?
This is how you grow on social media. It's not
yeah,
by
it's
being
gay.
sensible.
I don't want to use that word. It's fucking lame. All right, like you are putting over these fucking dorks. Like just. Look, I get it for like the casual audience. This is what they want to see for some reason. Like Jake, for some reason, loves this stuff. I don't get it. Like I am disgusted by it.
Who
like,
are watching? It's not people our age that are watching these. I refuse to believe that.
I hope not, because like this is like
I don't agree with him on this thing at all, but I do think he has interesting perspectives sometimes.
Who?
If I'm being honest.
Who? No, look,
Guru.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Who is this guy? Like, what are you doing? Like, you could put over so many more guys that just like earn that spot. Like this guy's like saying, "I earned my spot because."
No, but dude, this is the thing. Like, it's not about who says the most sensible take. It's who is the most entertaining.
No, I understand that. I'm not arguing with that at all. Like what he's doing is for entertainment. I get it. That's why he's getting
as a content guy.
That sentence. Who I think is respected. I think he is autistic. Like you're putting this guy like instead of that. Honestly, like. It almost seems cruel to actually put him up with this stuff, but like,
wait, hold on, Jake. What do you respect? What do you respect? Help me understand this. What do you respect?
Like, what aspect of this like that you're kind of using these clowns to get more views? Like that's not a respectable thing in my opinion.
Steve, who are you talking about right now?
I'm just saying like Demetrius Johnson, like he's getting like MMA Guru, and he's getting like
MMA Guru. His ability to build a big platform and entertain a lot of people, I respect that.
Okay.
But Jake,
I don't agree with all his takes. I don't agree with all of Chael Sonnen's takes either.
Jake,
I think Chael Sonnen kind of plays a similar game to MMA Guru.
Jake, any one of us, you, myself, Steve, can start a channel and just go online and just spew hate and talk shit and get people to listen.
Yeah, but it's...
Like, there's no talent in that.
No, I get there's more nuance in terms of like... No, I get what Jake is saying. There's more nuance in what he did to like get his brand. No, I get it. But like, I'm just saying like, I listened to him on, I think it was Demetrius Johnson's podcast. Like,
I'm morphing right now. Like, this is me morphing.
Nah, it's disgusting. Like, he's talking about it like, this is my tragic backstory. Like, I didn't have many friends. I watched it like, yeah, like, what the... No one,
I don't mind that. That stuff I don't mind.
No, it's fine. It's good. But it's just like, who are you? Like, why are you talking like this?
Dude,
like, you're talking
this is like the thing. This is like an old school. No offense. I don't mean to like put you in any box, Steve. But I do think that that's more of an old school MMA mentality that a lot of the old school guys have, where it's
not
like,
even MMA.
What have you done? No, but I hear it a lot from the guys who were like a part of the UFC like before Conor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then Conor came in and it made it a lot more entertaining. And now like. Even like now we have the biggest stars in MMA are like the Nel Boys, Nina, and MMA Guru. Like,
is that what we want? Is that what we want? Nina, the Nel Boys, and MMA Guru. This is what you're telling me. Like, no, this is horrendous.
You can't use that for everybody who's not a fighter. That's made a name in MMA.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Look, there's definitely a lot of guys who have made a name that aren't fighters who I think are doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah, but no one's built a platform as big as Guru. To be honest,
besides
Nina, and she got help from the UFC. But like,
I mean, look, Luke Thomas does pretty well. Ariel Helwani does pretty well. Like, there's guys who have been in the long-term game that have been doing well. Ariel, again, Luke Thomas.
MMA Guru has completely surpassed Luke Thomas in terms of.
I mean, Luke Thomas has a CBS gig.
Hold on, I understand your point, Jake, but I guess what we're saying is, the way that these guys do it, there's nothing tasteful about it whatsoever. And I get your point; it's entertainment. But I'm also saying to your point, any one of us can get. I could do a podcast right now and change this whole thing, and just start shitting on guys nonstop, and I guarantee you the podcast will grow. But it's just like, what is the point of that? Like,
do you because I've actually like. Maybe once or twice a month, I watch a whole episode of his.
I can't say I watched the whole episode, but I've definitely seen a decent amount.
I'm pretty familiar with his content because I do find him to be entertaining. I don't agree with a lot. He says a lot of things about people who I or in my life that I love. He doesn't say the nicest things about him, but I can still find him entertaining at some points. You know what I mean?
Look, first of all, Jake, I think I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing all of that. But this is what I would say. Like, the way he says things is, if you say that to, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fine if you are willing to back those words up. But, like, the guy's talking like he's going to, like, actually do something. Like, I don't even know, like, why you're talking like that. Just have a little bit of class and, like, respect before you get stomped out eventually. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
it's
I get it for his entertainment value. Like, I get it. Those are his fans. Like, those are the people, like, it appeals to. But, like, dude, like, just if you've never done it, you've never competed, you've never done it, like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you talking like that? Like, it's just actually disrespectful to the guys who do it. And again, like, if you think it's that easy, go do it.
No, I mean, that's the mindset I have. That's why I don't do my TikTok hot takes anymore, because I actually know these guys in person and I realize how I sounded. But I understand.
But is that not a fair point? Like, theoretically anybody could come in and just ruffle feathers and just kind of just talk shit and just be a Charleston White, talk shit and just be an MMA guru. Like, there's a lot of people who do that and they have the popularity from it. So I'm just saying that formula of just being hateful or disrespectful and bashing people, yeah, it gets attention because people are like, okay, this guy's crazy. Why would he say that? Let me listen to the rest of it. Like, yeah, you could do that. That's a formula for sure, but it's just kind of like, there's nothing. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's.
Well, going back to my initial point.
He's quick to bash people for sure, but also I do think he's built a fan base because he, like, a lot of his content is like saying what a lot of people won't say about fighters.
No, I totally get it.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I feel like he'll say he's not a lot of people will insult fighters for that exact reason, because I won't insult fighters because I won't get in there. I've seen what you guys do behind the scenes. I have so much respect for, in my real life, these are people in my real life. I can never disrespect what they do. But there is like, I almost feel like he's taken the role in the media of, like, saying what people think about how the sport is trending. And, like, a lot of people think the sport has become boring in some cases. He's willing to talk about that, and he's not gonna just kowtow to, I respect the fighters. He'll actually say opinions that a lot of people who are in the fan base think. That's why I think his fan base actually is real, and I can understand why he's built a fan base. I think a lot of the stuff you guys see is just him blatantly insulting people, but, like, that part I can understand where he's been able to build a fan base. Like, he also holds the UFC, like, not holds.
No, look, I do agree with
you
what
know
you're saying.
I mean?
I've listened
like,
to some very reasonable takes from him. Like, I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just to go back to my initial point, like, Aljo's got to talk to Mighty Mouse or something, because, again, like, this man's putting these guys on. You can do that. It's fine. Like, if you have a fan base, build your fan base. I just don't like the idea of, like, these guys promoting it. Like, again, Demetrius Johnson, you're one of the best of all time, in my opinion. Like, please, like, you represent some of the best of MMA. Don't fucking put these up, like, idiots on a pedestal. Like, please. Like, it's just such a fucking, to me, like, a black eye on the sport. Like, even the MMA guru, look, I agree with what you're saying too. Like, he actually has some reasonable takes. Like, again, I've listened to a lot of what he says, like what he says about the UFC. But again, like, it's like what you were saying too, just like, dude, you're talking crazy, brother. Like, you cannot talk like that and not expect there to be consequences. Like, I do get it. Like, he's saying what some people are thinking. Like, in your opinion, I do understand that. But again, there's a lot of guys who do that in a much more, like, I would say, classy and reasonable way. Like, and I'd rather watch those guys and support that. Just, again, not my cup of tea, but I do see where he has, like, a following.
I get the entertainment aspect. I think it's just silly that people are making these guys, like,
famous,
relevant. It's just like, do you not want to have good insight and good takes, or you just?
That's okay. That would be my second thing. Like,
just to watch
the MMA guru. Where does he train? Like, where does he? Like, has he been watching, like, what these guys do in the background? Does he understand? Does he go to the UFC headquarters? Does he talk to any journalists? Does he talk to, like? Does he actually know what, like? Because some, like, his take, when I listen to some of it, is the most casual take in some senses, because I'm just like, you don't actually know what the fuck is going on. Like, you're doing this from the outside looking in and giving your perspective, but your perspective, you have no idea what the hell's going on this end. Like, so I do get from a casual perspective how he could make sense, but it's just like some of it I'm just like, dude, like, you're talking shit about something you have no idea what you're talking about. So like, why would you even mention some of these things?
Fair enough.
And that's it. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. This has been a long. Come on, Aljo's got things to do. It's been a long podcast.
I gotta eat. I'm starving.
But I gotta eat.
I thought you were the heaviest you've been.
In a while, yeah, I was 173
174?
pounds this morning. Like 73 and a half. I was like, fuck.
So 174.
My abs are gone already.
Wait, I think I'm training Kevin tomorrow, by the way.
Kevin Burke? My boy Kevin?
Yeah. Your boy Kevin. I think I don't know what he's doing, but he wants to be ready for battle. So I was like, all right, Kevin, like, be ready. I'm about to torture you tomorrow morning.
All right. Let's go, Kev. All right.
All right.
Likes, comment, subscribe. Do you guys care for these MMA guru guys? Or is it just a young fan base that just have no respect? Who do you think I should fight next
week?
Should I be fighting for the belt? Do you really think I need to fight one more?
Me and Aljo me and Jake are gonna debate the merits of the Nelk Boys Netanyahu podcast next week. Tune in.
All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch them first. All right, signing off. Peace.